12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the West Coast in California, and we are live in real time on Alexa.
Now transitioning to a live stream. If you hear silence at the end of the stream, please refresh this page.
If you'd like to come up on stage, I'll invite you. Just know I'm recording and broadcasting. So what I'm doing right now is I am doing a live demo of how our technology works, Attention Live on Clubhouse. So there's a few things going on. Anybody that wants to come on stage, I'd love to bring you on stage. You can ask any question. I'm only doing this for 10 minutes. I'm doing these 10-minute demos of how to broadcast your Clubhouse room to platforms like Alexa, as well as create NFTs from your broadcast. We also broadcast to YouTube. So I'll be doing this consistently so I can show people how it works. Now, right now, if you're on Clubhouse, you can only hear me. But if you wanted to, you could also listen to me right now on Alexa. So I'll give you an example of that because I'm using Attention Live to broadcast to our Alexa skill. I'm also using Attention Live to broadcast to our YouTube channel, just the audio with my image. And I'm also creating an NFT called an ERC721, which allows me to protect the intellectual property, the things that I say, I can prove I own it on the Ethereum blockchain. It also allows me to sell my intellectual property. So if somebody wants to buy the NFT because they want to own what I said, or they just like the idea of a collectible one-of-one NFT that marks this moment of my life and of our business, or maybe they want to publish something. Their HarperCollins, Random House, they want to write something from what I said, or their Fox, CNN, they want to broadcast my voice in one of their pieces. So I'm gonna open up the Attention Live skill on Alexa right now. You can hear it. If you want to watch what I'm doing, I do broadcast this by video on my Ian Utility YouTube account. But here we go with the demo. Alexa, open Attention Live.
Welcome to Attention.live. Which channel would you like to listen to?
Ian Utility. I hope you enjoy listening to my live podcast. So this intro can be changed. You can change it, Alexa, as well as create NFTs from your broadcast. We also broadcast to YouTube. Alexa, so all we do is stop. So as you can see, I was just saying those words 30 seconds ago. And so right now, I believe Attention Live is the only technology that has the capability of letting anyone, anytime, anywhere, with any hardware or software combination, to be able to broadcast their voice in real time to voice devices like Alexa. We'll be adding on Google Assistant, Samsung Bixby, Microsoft Cortana. Will also be adding a Siri shortcut so that people can listen to your Clubhouse rooms as long as you have the permission of those on stage. That's part of the terms. So anybody that wants to come on stage and ask me a question, I'm still going to do this for another 5 or so minutes before I wrap this room up. So, okay, Scott, I'm bringing you up. Of course, you understand this is being recorded and broadcast. Come on up. Scott, thanks for joining us. The floor is yours. You have my attention.
And so what are the steps?
Sure. So the steps to get access to our product is to go on attention.live. Sign up as a beta user. You've already done that. The next step would be for you to work with, we have Gabe work with most of the folks to get them onboarded. We take small batches of people at one time. And then basically you would log into stream.attention.live. It's a progressive web app. That web app works on any operating system. Doesn't matter if it's a phone, tablet, or computer. Doesn't matter what browser you use. Doesn't, those things are insignificant. And then basically you just connect your YouTube page, right? So you can create a brand new YouTube page that's just for live broadcasting, what we'll call live podcasts, or you can use your existing YouTube page, or like Roger. Roger just jumped in. So Roger is the chief, developer evangelist at Samsung Bixby, or senior developer evangelist at Samsung Bixby. Now, Roger has probably more than one YouTube page. So he probably has one for his podcast. He has one for himself. Maybe he has one that's just for Samsung developers. So Roger may want to disconnect Attention Live from one YouTube page and to another one every time he's doing a podcast. Then as far as the Alexa skill goes, Roger could pick lots of keywords. So it could be Roger, Roger Kibbe, it could be Samsung Bixby, it could be Bixby, it could be Samsung Developers, it could be Samsung Developer Podcast. And that way, when he goes live on Clubhouse for an interview like he did with the Voice Lunch folks yesterday, people could say, Alexa, open Attention Live. What channel? Voice Lunch. And he can put Voice Lunch as a keyword just for that one interview and then remove it. So the process of doing this is to record your voice in our system. We then create an ERC721 token called an NFT, or often called a Nifty. We put that token inside of the .cred marketplace, but on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's interoperable. So it can move to the EOS chain or Nifty Gateway or OpenSea or whatever. The point of the NFT is it does have the value in that the NFT that's being created right now, it is the owner, the token owns the words that I say, the transcription of what I say, and the audio file of how I say it. So some people may want to collect this because it's part of the story. Other people may just find value in what was said and they want to own it for publishing rights. So that's the process. I think, Scott, you had bounced, maybe you got a call that came in. I'm going to wrap this room up. I'm doing these very lightning quick, like 10 minutes, a couple times a day. I'm doing them here on Clubhouse. I'll start doing them on Twitter Spaces. I just got approved as a Twitter Spaces beta user, and I want to show folks on Twitter Spaces how they can do the same thing. While they have their Twitter Spaces room, they could broadcast the entire room as long as they have the express permission of the speakers, or they could broadcast just their voice by wearing a headset. And then that allows them to then create a live podcast on voice devices like Alexa and social media sites like YouTube and create NFTs with that content. Is there anybody else? I see some more friends in here. Is there anybody else that has a question for me before I wrap this up? Because I'm preparing to jump into one of my friends' rooms at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is just in 7 minutes from now. If you are available, you should join us. It's called Multilingual Conversational AI. There's about 10 co-moderators for that. Really looking forward to that conversation. For that conversation, I will not be broadcasting the entire room because I don't have anybody's permission. What I will be doing for that room is I'll have a wireless microphone on my neck, like I have a Rode wireless mic. I'll plug that wireless microphone into Attention Live's software. That will allow me to be participating in the room and just recording and broadcasting only my voice, only my content, so I don't need the permission of everybody else. Is there anybody else that has a question for me? Feedback, critique? I would love it if you raise your hand. I'll bring you up before I decide to wrap this up. If not, okay, here we go. Terry's now on the stage. Denise is now on the stage. Denise, you raised your hand. I'm looking forward to doing a room with you and Noelle and Monique next Friday. And I'll do one of these demos right before that. But do you have a question for me that Terry or I can answer for you?
I just wanted to say thank you so much, Ian, for bringing so much awareness to the NFT and the Nifty community, and Dr. Terry as well, and everybody else who's in here. I just wanted to say thank you, Ian. Ian has a lot of great information, and I'm super excited to find out more about Attention Live and how we can use it in our voice room that he's going to be co-moderating on Friday. So thank you, Ian.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so looking forward to it. Thanks for jumping on stage. Terry, you want to mention anything before I wrap this up?
Sorry, I was a bit late. I got caught up on a call here. No, I'm not sure what you said, Ian, other than to say that I'm really excited about what you have created with Attention Live, and it's a real pleasure to be able to partner with you and give away some of the NFTs in our club rooms that we're doing together. So I don't want to repeat what you said. So I know you did a demo, great technology. I encourage everybody to just check out what Ian's doing. It's remarkable.
Fantastic. Final thoughts. First of all, this is kind of the last call. If you want to raise your hand, please do so now. I'm ready to wrap this up. Okay, Wendy, come on up. Elizabeth, come on up. I'm prioritizing answering questions for you. So Elizabeth, you're on stage first. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Ian. Thank you very much. I know you have just a few minutes, and like Terry, I'm sorry that I came in late. Will you be offering what you just taught in these last 10 minutes again? I'd really love to join you.
Yeah, so today at 4:15 Pacific time, before we do the voice happy hour voice at 4:30, I'll be doing it. So I have I have 1 or 2 of these scheduled every single day, every weekday, and I'll be doing these sporadically. So if you are part of the Sonic Streaming Club, that's an easy way to get notified. I'm also broadcasting what I'm doing right now by video on my personal YouTube page. I will be posting this entire demo on my social media accounts so that people that can't make it right now or make it at 4:15, they can watch what was done. But thank you for joining me. And, it's going to take a little time. It took us 3.5 years to build this. So everybody thinks that NFTs are new. NFTs are not new. I got involved with Dapper Labs and CryptoKitties back in 2018. I have personally live stream interviewed over 100 of the most important NFT people. I launched NFT.NYC as a co-producer with my friend Jody Rich and Cameron Bale, where we had hundreds of people join us in New York in 2019 and 20. And so I've been deep in the NFT industry for 3 years. And my attraction to NFTs is, of course, what it can do for artists and musicians. Yes, and I love the idea of transforming collectibles. But my real point is I am concerned about content creators. I'm concerned about all of you that are moderators. And I think there's a huge problem that nobody's ever solved. And the problem is, can you imagine if a musician, they only got adoration, applause, and a popularity by playing music? If there's no ASCAP, no BMI, no radio stations, no way for them to have their content recorded and broadcast and be paid in perpetuity for their artwork, well, that's what's happening to Clubhouse moderators right now. They are giving the very best of who they are. They are cultivating brilliant conversations. People are saying things they've never said before, they'll never say again. There's no recording, there's no broadcast, there's no way of protecting the intellectual property, of transcribing it. And so we just feel like this super tool that we've created, I hope that people look back at Attention Live and think, God, that was the Gutenberg printing press of the digital age. Only time will tell. But we just think it's a really important tool to use to empower content creators to broadcast their voice everywhere, have their content transcribed, have an NFT created to protect that intellectual property. And so it's going to take time for people to understand it. You can go to attn.live, sign up to be a beta user. You can also read the white paper. It took me 2 years to write the white paper. My co-author has 2 doctorates from Stanford, one in mathematics and one in economics. So I'm the mouth that talks, he's the brain that thinks, and together we created that white paper that some of you may enjoy. Either you can read it, listen to it, or watch it. So I'm about ready to wrap the room up. Elizabeth, thank you for jumping on stage. Do you have another question?
Thank you very much, Ian.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Wendy, you raised your hand and I brought you up, but then you didn't come on stage. So if you wanted to, now's the time. Would anybody else like to? Okay, here you come, Wendy. Would anybody else like to come on stage as well? Wendy, hi.
Hey, hi Ian, hi Terry, hi everybody. Real quick, Ian. My son is an artist, and he is an artist, right? He sells his art. He has been for many years. He's pretty well known. But he's young, and he's just now being approached about NFTs. And where's a safe place for him to go? Because he's young, he's learning about it, and because his art is in demand. He needs to protect all of that, but I don't want him getting sucked down a funnel of
so Wendy,
people trying to scam him.
Why don't you just do this? So here's 2 things you can do. One is you could have him go to Attention Live, read the white paper. He'll get a lot of insight. But 2, you can schedule a short meeting with me and him and you. And why don't you just do that? Look at my calendar. It's at bit.ly/meet Ian Utility, and grab 5 or 15 minutes with me on my calendar for the 3 of us to sit down, and I'm happy to sit down with you and him. I don't know if you remember me. I was the CEO of Guerrilla Branders, and me and Raymond St. Martin met with you several times about what you were doing, which would have been, almost a decade ago. But I remember you I have very fond memories of our conversations back then.
Thank you. I do.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we'll probably do that. I just don't.
Why don't you do that? Because I'm happy to connect, and we'll just jump on Zoom for 5 or 15 minutes. I'll answer questions for the 2 of you, and I'll point you in the right direction. Should he be meeting with Super Rare, which is one of one digital art? Should he be meeting with, one of the other platforms, Nifty Gateway or something of that nature? And I'll just walk through the options for him.
Okay, super. Because I know he's being approached, and it scares me a little bit.
Good. Well, just click on my image, and that short link is right there in my bio. Well, I'm going to wrap this room up, everybody. I'll be doing this again today at 4:15, doing a demo of the technology, but I have to run into another room because I'm a moderator for it. So thank you for joining me. I'm very thankful for your attention and looking forward to getting our product into all of your hands. That was my demo. I recorded it in horizontal and vertical here. I'm live on YouTube here. I'm still live streaming right now, as you can see. Alexa, open Attention Live.
Welcome to Attention.live. Which channel would you like to listen to?
Ian Utility.
Didn't get that. Can you please say again?
Ian Utility. I hope you enjoyed listening to my live podcast. Thank you so much for your attention. Alexa, as well as create NFTs from your broadcast. We also broadcast to YouTube. Alexa, stop. So that was me just speaking a moment ago. I'm now going to share my screen and show you how it works on YouTube, the live broadcast. And let me turn my volume up. Because I'm happy to connect. I'll just jump on Zoom for 5 or 15 minutes. So that was me just talking to Wendy a moment ago. Right direction, 721. And yay, that's the end of the demo, everybody. So what I've demoed for all of you is, let me jump into this room. Also, I have a room I'm supposed to be part of. So here I go. Okay, I'm on mute.
We have a portfolio of
I have to stop streaming.